Welcome back, everybody, to our Starfinder campaign, The Void Awaits. Last time we left off, our group had found themselves a gig as security for a high-end party, sitting outside the front gates, checking people for weapons, taking weapon check-ins, just kind of trying to keep an eye out on everything. First night goes by smoothly, no incidents, just sitting there, checking IDs, checking, make sure nobody has weapons. Then comes along the second night. On this night, the main guest, Cassie Nanakwita, starts to emerge from her ride, walk up the red carpet into this party, when suddenly a smoke grenade goes off in the crowd, and she's whisked away by unknown kidnappers. After our party gave some chase, they found themselves rushing through some subterranean tunnels, and after leaving behind the rest of the group in the chase, Io pops out into some of the lower section alleyways, catching them running around a corner, chasing after them, getting to said alleyway they ran into, and not seeing them. And that is where we're going to pick back up.
Would you care to drop us on a map if you got one?
Not there yet.
Cool. Sounds good.
For the
Well,
moment,
first thing I would like to do is look down that alley, see if they ran into a door.
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy, I am good at those, hopefully.
Well, you say that, but
Hopefully? Let's see.
what happens when you say that out loud?
Perception, +5. I'm not great. 13.
Alright. At first, you don't see anything, but then when you take a closer look, on the other side of a large dumpster, you will see what might be a door kind of hidden from immediate view, but still looks like there's a door there.
Cool, I'm getting back on my radio again. And I'm going to give directions to command to let them know where the pursuit is going, and I'm going to yell back down the tunnel. Past the dumpster, you said on the right?
You already ran about 20, 30 feet away from the tunnel you ran out of to get down to this next alley that they ran into. They're still running behind you. Do you want to run back and get them, or do you want to go ahead and move forward?
I'm going towards the door. I'm going to take a piece of my titanium alloy cable, and I'm going to drop it as I run from that corner over towards the door, and I'll let it go there to kind of give them a direction.
All right. So you're heading? Are you heading through the door?
Tactically.
What does this look like? Tactically.
Pistol up as I go through the door, peeking around corners and stuff as you clear rooms.
All right. So you find yourself in here. All the other people aren't technically in there yet. All the other members of your group aren't technically in there yet.
I can't see anything.
Is the light not turned on in here again?
Yeah, I may need to reset. Hold on. Sometimes I just need to reset when you drop us on new maps.
Dynamic lighting is on. Check your token.
Nope, still black.
On my screen, his token's still here.
That's because I only moved him individually to the new.
I didn't know if his token was supposed to disappear or whatnot.
You can move players individually?
Yeah.
News to me. Shoot, I'm going to use that on my other campaign. Hold on, let me try refreshing the page. Oh, there I am.
There you go. And the other crew members that you see in there are not actually in there at the moment. I just already had them copy and pasted in.
Are these looking like all baddies, or do I see Miss Woman herself?
You do not see anybody off the bat, but they all turn and see you. At this point is when the rest of you are running out of this alleyway, and will have the opportunity to possibly see any clues left behind. Running out of the tunnel.
I should be one of the first people out. Which means I would also know EO's tactics and recognize the rope.
Give me a perception check to see if you see it.
Let me
So-
pull up my
What you got?
list. It's loading. It's loading. Perception.
Hoi hoi.
You do indeed see the rope, and it takes you a second, but then you realize, okay, I've seen EO do this before. Follow that cable.
You know,
Yep.
I would have just told you guys on our comms devices, but I'm the only one with one. That would have been super useful.
I shout out back behind me. Follow me in the cable.
Right. Which does pretty promptly lead you to the door in the alleyway, leading the rest of you into the room where EO is in about a turn.
That's what I was about to say. I'm
Time.
probably
We're
here
gonna
for a full
give-
round by myself, huh?
Yeah, we're going to give you. Are you going to immediately engage, or are you going to?
Okay, I'm on a spaceship map.
Same.
I think I accidentally dropped you on the wrong.
So I would like to first move to about here, pistol drawn,
Hold
and
up.
yell out.
Hey, Brian, hold up a second.
Yeah.
Till we get on the screen.
You want to go ahead and drop them on my screen so that the stream can see what I'm doing?
Okay. Well, like I said, you guys technically aren't there for about another round
Cool.
or two, but this is the room. Can y'all see it?
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
I
sure
would like
why,
to prove-
Brian, but every time I turn around, your token's vision has been deleted somehow.
I'm not doing it. Okay, I don't mess with that side of it. Anyways, I would like to move to about here to gain cover.
All right.
And then so that'll be my move action. And then I would also like to shout out, I only want the girl. The rest of you can leave. And I will hold my action to shoot this one if they shoot or otherwise attack me.
All right.
Or try running.
At this, they are all going to stand up. Two of them are going to look at two of the others, saying, "Thought you said you got lost them. What is this?" And all of them actually seem to pull out very, very low-end weapons compared to what you would expect to see for the decent equipment they used before. Basically, just batons.
They pulled out weapons. I'm shooting that one in the front.
All right.
Let me see. That would be my... Where's it at? Oh, I'm under equipment. Sorry. Attacks. There we go. Azimuth laser pistol. Not a full attack. Submit. 19 to hit. Why is it not adding my ability modifier to the damage? It should be.
We are murder hobos, apparently.
They pulled out weapons. Okay?
Is the girl there? Is
No.
there a way out of this room?
The one I just came through. And they said, I thought you said you lost them.
Well, you're technically not even in there yet, so it's
Murder
whatever.
hobos.
Do you want to sleep on your
Why is it not? Okay, so I deal 1 damage plus my modifier. I don't know why my modifier is not showing up on my damage. But
I'm gonna have Bubba sleep
give
on
me a second.
Double check that you put all the appropriate things into the.
There we go. Anyways, my dex modifier is something good, like 3. So it's going to be 4 points of laser damage.
The first guy.
Yeah, that one right here with the blue background that just pulled out a baton and looked at me.
All right, with that, you let loose.
I'm aiming for the kneecap.
Okay, a laser bolt. Catch them in the leg. It doesn't seem to do a lot of damage, but it does hurt them a little bit. And we are going to go ahead with everybody else rushing in. We are going to roll initiative.
I will then shout, drop your weapons, and I will cease fire as I roll initiative.
He used to be an adventurer until he took a laser bolt to the knee.
Yep. Oh, wow, I rolled really good.
Wait, hold up. I haven't set up the
Oh,
tracker
wow.
yet.
Okay, cool.
Wow,
That's fine.
wow, DM.
I was working on other things.
Okay, well, I'm keeping my original roll, if that's cool.
Go ahead and everybody roll now.
I want
Are
my
you
plus
kid-
1 to that
are-
from my original roll.
Bruh. I rolled a 2 both times.
Wow.
How is that character even in there?
Where's
What
my
character?
initiative? There it
On
is.
next
Kenny?
to your-
I'm amazing too, Kenny. For Jumpstart, yeah.
I don't know how he ended up in there, but I'll just use him as a stand-in for the rest of the people's initiative.
Okay, the only people I'm seeing in the turn order are myself, Kenny, and Terry.
I'm seeing. I'll reset it again.
You're gonna be down there.
It's wanting to be janky.
Okay, redo.
I rolled a 2 again. Yay.
You know what? We're getting them out of the way now.
No, I got a 15, but I'm still not on the initiative tracker, so.
That's really weird. Are you clicking from your sheet, like the initiative button?
Yeah, the
Remember to highlight your token.
Oh, yeah, highlight your token.
oh, that's
Yeah, we figured that out the hard way. Now I remember.
I
Hey, that's
Cool.
better.
had a 4 point.
Did I get Cassie in there? No.
Oh, hey, we can edit our own initiative. I put it back to my original roll, if that's cool.
All right.
There we go. Did I get her in there? That got her in there.
There we go. And then we need to edit them all to original rolls, whatever those were.
Let's see here. So Cassie was 11. I was 5.0.
Kenny was 15.03. Hey, Kenny, you want to edit yours real quick?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
click on the number and you can type in the new one.
All right. 1503. You said.
Yep.
Sweet. Oh, there we go.
Yes, you rolled 1,503. 1503, not 2203.
I know. It's not letting me actually.
What's the number that he
There we
needs?
What do I want tonight? Yeah.
So is everybody about ready?
I think we're all in now.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Let's
Good
see.
time.
All right. With that, we'll start off. Let me darn it. Descending with Io at the top.
Move action. I am going to lock onto her, giving me a bit to hit. Let me activate that ability. And then I'm going to hold my action. Oh, come on. They made it to where all this stuff isn't visible now. Combat tracking is on. Cool. And I am going to shout, "Throw down the batons and we will not harm you. We are here for the girl." And then I will hold my action to shoot until they make an aggressive motion towards me. Again, I'm going to like aim for kneecaps, right? I'm trying to do non-lethal because I want to interrogate.
All right. And is that your turn there?
Yeah, I'm just holding my shot.
All right. With that, leaving the end of your turn, getting to their turn, the one you shot holding the baton will look back at the rest of the crew and say, "If we get caught, he'll kill all of us. Go!" Running forward towards you. Which I'm assuming
Aggressive
you're gonna
action.
shoot as soon as they start running forward.
Yep. As soon as I come forward with baton raised, it's popping off. Again, I'm aiming for kneecaps. I want to have something to interrogate.
Well, keep in mind how lethal and non-lethal weapons work in this.
True, and I'll switch to my baton once I get in melee range, which I can do non-lethal with. But for now, I'm still aiming for kneecaps so that I can at least maybe save them if they go down. Full attack, no. Submit. Total of 20, a dirty 20.
All right. Yeah, dirty 20 is definitely going to hit. But what's the
7 damage
on it?
total.
7. That's hefty.
That's not your, but it didn't add your thing again.
Yeah, it did. Because it's a D4 and I maxed the damage on it. Plus 3 is my ability modifier.
As you blast a large, searing patch into their leg, they stumble forward, almost falling on their face, but still manage to keep rushing forward.
How about that?
The rest of the way towards you, getting to here, and swinging their baton at you,
Go for it.
which, being that they are completely, basically hamstrung at the leg, misses entirely.
Yeah, I just... Whing! It's a benefit having metal arms. You can deflect blows that normal people couldn't.
The next one is going to run up towards Terry, charging and swinging his baton.
I thought they weren't in the room yet.
No, I was saying, no, they just rushed in right as this all started.
Oh, okay, cool.
Basically, they ran in and saw people rushing at them.
And that's where initiative kicked. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that little tidbit bit.
Yeah.
My bad.
Nene said it was.
But it's only going to hit for a 12 kinetic AC, so I'm guessing that bounces off your scales, Terry.
I cannot remember. I'm going to say
Terry?
Hey, Josh, what's your AC?
my
Hey,
AC.
kinetic.
Sorry, I got distracted with family talking to me. Energy or kinetic?
Kinetic.
Kinetic, 16.
Yeah, no, this guy's little baton bounces off of your scales, and you barely even feel it. So now there is a little man standing in front of you with a baton, and that's about it.
Puny little man.
Terry, please take them alive. We need to interrogate.
All right, Kenny, you have another punk-looking individual, street rat individual, rushing up to you with a baton and swinging towards you for a 15 to hit.
15.
Kinetic.
Yeah, that hits.
Dealing 3 points of damage to you.
Ow, that's not nice.
As they just rush up. They see that they're not having any luck hitting the bigger folk. So, just go play whack-a-rat.
That's
There's
racist.
This rat has fangs.
Space racist.
Would that be the SKK, the Space Klux Klan?
I'm gonna go get Shredder. I mean Splinter. Wait,
All right.
shoot.
And with that, the last one,
back.
5, 10, 15, 20, will start rushing up, get partway there, and not be able to move forward any, leaving it at Kenny's turn.
Can I fire firearms at close
You
in
can.
melee? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to shoot my pistol since it's also a non-lethal weapon
All right.
at the punk that hit me. Alright. Oops. Meant to get attacked. My bad.
And what's your kinetic AC again, you said?
Hang on. Cancel. 15.
And they are going to swing at you again because if you use a ranged weapon in melee combat, they get basically an attack of opportunity against you.
Ah.
But they do miss as you duck under it, firing your gun towards them. Which you managed to score a shot square in the middle of their chest. But only dealing a couple damage. Why is it not adding the modifiers to like anything?
It's broken.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the website tonight. Looks like you guys are gonna have to add your damage modifiers by yourself. Two and 6 damage, I think. You'll have to double check all that, but I'm gonna roll with that for now.
I don't know. I think you went to the
Dealing 6 damage to them.
What happened? Sorry.
He shot him.
He shot who?
The person right in front of him. Kenny shot the punk right in front of him.
Ah, got it.
So
Interesting rule for the DM.
they already made their opportunity attack.
Okay, cool. Making sure.
So
That is a difference from 5e, so it's one of those things you gotta keep an eye on.
And that's all I got.
all right. And we're moving on from there to Cassie, run by Josh.
Your blanket, I put it down.
So let's see here. Cassie is going to use telekinetic projectile and just grab some of their used beer bottles lying around and just launch one.
Who at?
Let me hop back over here. That guy.
That one right there. All right. That is going to be a hit. Dealing, is that still not adding any modifiers?
Do spells add mods?
Yeah. 14 plus 1.
Don't touch it. It's very hot.
No, damage.
If you hit, deal 1d6 damage.
1d6. Okay.
Okay, then it shouldn't add a modifier then.
Gotcha. All right, then dealing 2 damage to them, as out of nowhere from behind them, a bottle crashes into the back of their head, making them stumble forward for a second and almost lose their balance, shaking their head. They almost fall down on top of Kenny. As Kenny, you just shoot them, look up, and see them stumbling, almost about to just crash down on top of you. Yeah, I think the website is broken because the music loop isn't working either. I think there's something a bit fishy about the site today.
They probably dropped an update. They tend to drop updates on like Friday or Saturday, and it just throws everything off.
Yeah. So, anyway, is that it for Cassie?
Yeah.
And then Terry.
So Terry's just kind of looked down at this little person in front of him and just grapple.
Right, give me an athletics.
Pick him up and squeeze him.
Bear hug.
What were you doing?
Click on Terry, so I'm actually doing the right person. Turn rescue. And was a strength check?
Athletics.
Is it athletics?
It's
Okay.
athletics.
Athletics. Wow.
That looks
You
like a
see-
natural 1.
That would be terrible. Except for the fact that they rolled a natural 1 as well.
What?
So, you guys just end up switching places,
Dancing?
facing the opposite direction somehow as you fumble around each other. And both of you end up prone.
Can I go with my first strength check and just add the modifiers?
You done re-rolled, homie.
Huh?
Nothing.
So yeah, no, you guys
I'm
both
not the DM.
fumbled and just...
Wow.
Wow.
And Bryant, to answer your question, if a character intentionally chooses to re-roll without saying anything and get a worse roll, they get the worse roll.
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. They
Yeah.
done re-rolled was what I said.
Yeah.
Josh was the one asking.
Usually I say don't re-roll, but if you do it without like asking or saying anything and not just reapplying, then you get the worst roll. So, because then you're trying to pick and choose, and I'm like, no, you just get the worst roll if you're going to try to do that.
I'm kind of the same way on things where I'm like, tell me what you want to do, and then I tell you what to roll. Don't just roll things.
Yeah.
But regardless, who's next?
After that is Jumpstart. Both of you look here. Everybody else in the room hears a crash, and look up and see a giant lizard and some punk kid sprawled out on the floor, just kind of weirdly tangled together there. Neither of them really grappling each other, just chirped each other up entirely.
Oh, he has combat training as well. That one there is the most dangerous. Kill him first.
So Jumpstart, you are up.
Cool. Alright. 5. And it's 10 movement to move through a...
Well, you can move at an angle.
Yeah, except I don't want to move at an angle. I want to go straight through her space.
I mean, it'll be
Double the
difficult
movement, right?
terrain. It'll double your movement to kind of move through her.
So it's 5, 15, 20, 25 to here.
Mhm.
And I now have flanking, right?
Ooh, you do.
You do have flanking.
Which is... It's just
Plus trace.
advantage, right?
No,
Or
plus 3. There's no advantage in this
Right,
system.
okay, yeah. Alright, I'm a stabby stab with my knife.
All right, give that stab with your knife.
You going for the kneecap?
Nope, just stabby stabbing.
Oh, okay.
Gonna be an 8.
No
to
interrogation for us.
Well, as you just rush forward and stab, I'm not sure how, but you just hit right into their belt, and it just catches just so perfectly that it doesn't even go through the belt. You're not sure how. Very sturdy belt. You might want one.
Dude, this game hates me.
On this thing.
Not
I think
only
it's
that, you
everything.
rolled max possible damage on it, too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, that's not great numbers for you, bud.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do, right? Movement.
Yeah, movement. I mean, if you have a swift action, you can use, but...
I don't think I do.
All right, back up. With that, we'll go back up to the top with EO then.
Well, I was going to use a guarded step, but I like flanking more, so baton! I'm going to just pistol down, baton out, and I'm going straight for that kneecap I've been shooting.
All right.
6 to hit.
They stumble forward right as they're pushed forward from Jumpstart's knife and kind of stumble to their knee, pushing their leg out of the way of right where you were about to swing for it as you whiff right through the
Do
air.
not resist.
You guys are
That's it.
not doing too hot right now. Like,
No. It started out great.
I mean, they haven't really done much of any damage to you, but your damage to them has also been minimal.
Hey, I did good damage on my second shot to her kneecap.
And is that going to be it for you?
Yes.
All right. And with that, she is going to lunge towards you with her baton again. Okay, I'm switching dice.
I take it that's a no?
The only two numbers I have rolled on that dice you gave me is 10 and 1.
Wow. For a total of what to hit this time?
12.
Let me check. Nope.
So, yeah, no, that die you gave me is screwy.
Sorry.
As well as the one in front of Kenny making a swing against him for a 14 to hit kinetic AC. Kenny?
Sorry, what?
14 to hit?
On kinetic?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Again, you just kind of deflected away with your arm as they push it through, ducking underneath. And we'll keep on moving forward with the next individual.
He looks like an old Sylvester Stallone with sci-fi glasses.
Moving up and attacking Jumpstart. For a 17 to hit.
I mean, I'm gonna just assume that's a yes.
for 4 points of damage.
What? Sorry.
4 points of damage to you.
No, thank you.
Excuse me.
I said no, thank you.
You shall take it anyway, sir.
Yeah, but no, thank. That's not how no, thank you works. All right. You're from the Midwest. You know this. I say no, thank you, and then I don't get it. That's how this
Yeah,
works.
that's pretty much like checkmate. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in the Midwest and tried to say no thank you to like any type of food anybody has made they're trying to offer
Good
you? It
point.
doesn't work.
Oh, bless your heart as they pile on more.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's more like that. So
I forgot. The grandma's bless your heart does in fact trump no thank you.
But he's not a grandma, and neither did he say bless your heart.
You know what? This dude here looking pretty old. Might be a
Anyway.
woman. Hard to tell.
moving forward, the one that is on the ground next to Terry isn't even going to try to get up. And he's going to start trying to whack him with his baton. As they are both prone. Doing 15 to hit on kinetic AC.
Yeah, no.
What's your AC sitting at?
16.
Okay. These guys are basically just whacking you with sticks, so I guess it makes sense.
He does have scales specifically for that.
Yeah.
Just
As
tickling
he's
him.
just laying there beating you with a stick, and you barely even feel it through your scales. You're just like, this is annoying. Stop it.
Listen here, buddy. I'm trying to not kill you.
And we will move on from there. Moving down to Kenny.
All right, I'm going to. As long as they stay in their zone, it won't trigger an opportunity attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to move right here.
Make a acrobatics check, because that is relatively tall. It's a big old, like, propane tank, basically.
Okay.
Which means he'll be the same height as whoever he's attacking now.
Did that put my racial?
You're not moving through the. I mean, you get a +1 insight check bonus to it, so I'm guessing.
Because supposed to have a +5 to racial. to
That's only
acrobatics.
when you're moving through the area of another creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, does that do it?
You stumble a little bit and barely make it up. It wasn't too hard. It was basically just to see if you failed really hard, and then they would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Makes sense.
But
they're gonna get one up.
they do almost swing for you, but you manage to turn your gun around just in time to get them to back off for a second while you get up.
Okay.
As you kind of fumble a little bit, but
Yeah.
you do make it up.
All right, and then just gonna shoot them.
All right.
Did I leave my drink in the car?
You can't full attack
Oh.
if you also move.
Sorry, didn't.
We'll just use the first one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
which I mean doesn't hit
+4.
anyway. And
Well, a
does a
+4 because it's not a full attack. So 14.
I'll be back in 30 seconds. Gotta grab
Plus-
my drink.
Plus the for being flanked.
Yeah. So +7, so 17.
that does hit then. And does a 14 hit against you?
Nope.
No. All right. As they swing and miss another time on you, and you deal how much was that in total on damage? 4.
Yeah, it looks like just 4. Is it supposed to be rolling anything else?
I don't think so.
It's supposed
Okay,
to add
yeah.
your ability to it. So whatever your dex mod is.
Oh, my dex mod.
Yeah.
3.
All right. They look like they are barely on their feet as you blast them, and they're just standing there kind of shook, open wide-eyed, just staring at you.
By the way, quick question. The one who spoke and gave the orders was this one, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I yell real quick? She's the leader, pointing at the one I've been trying to bash. Probably
for it.
don't kill her, so we can interrogate.
All right, sorry about that.
All right, and with that, it is Cassie's turn.
All right, checking another bottle.
All right, at the same person.
Yep.
All right.
Pew.
That's definitely going to hit. As it crashes into the back of their skull, they fall forward, and you notice there's a few shards of glass sticking very deeply into, like, the base of their skull. They may not be making it through that one.
Oh no! Oh no! One of them fell asleep.
Yeah, you realize she's specifically non-lethal, right? Like her whole thing.
Remember that last time that she didn't play her character and someone used telepathic stuff?
Yeah, she hadn't mentioned that she was going non-lethal by that point, though.
Oh no! She didn't mean to. She was trying to knock them out.
Just saying, lethal versus non-lethal abilities.
I mean,
Admittedly, she has no idea what she's doing and could very easily actually do stuff and kill people and still figure it out. That is a possibility, but we're just going to keep rolling.
So here's my question: based on the description of the attack, quote unquote, it doesn't say that it's lethal or non-lethal. So can I designate?
If it does not designate, it refers to it generally referred to as lethal, unless there's some sort of statement otherwise.
So, which then goes back to my question: since it's bludgeoning damage, can I designate non-lethal?
As I just said, if it does not have any specific wording saying lethal or non-lethal, it is generally designated as lethal. What I just said.
I can't chuck something less hard.
It's the spell. If you don't like the spell, you don't use the spell. But
Okay.
To
In common
be
sense of roleplay,
Okay.
can I not, throw less hard at trying to kill somebody or not kill somebody?
to be fair, it very specifically states fling, and when you fling something at someone, I mean, at least in my opinion, that tends to be, quite hard, I would think.
and if you want to go non-lethal, she does have specifically non-lethal options.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't even thought of that.
Very specifically non-lethal options.
Oh, can I change my attack then?
For the sake of the roleplay of it, and since you're playing somebody else's character, I will allow you to keep like just the same basic number and blast them with the arc pistol.
Yeah, let's non-lethal attack them of pew.
Yeah, no, they collapse there. They are
All right, non-lethal damage. Starfinder Crow Rulebook 252. You can deal lethal damage with a non-lethal weapon and vice versa.
I thought it said specifically that you couldn't.
No.
Oh.
Page 252. You can deal lethal damage with a non-lethal and vice versa.
What's the point of having designations? That's stupid then.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Well, you have one that's specifically made for killing, but you can opt to maim them instead of killing them.
well, we're moving on, so keep moving forward. Down to Terry now. You are prone on the ground, and a dude is also laying right beside you.
Okay,
kind of
here's
whacking
why.
with a stick.
You can use a weapon that deals lethal damage to deal non-lethal instead, but you take a -4 penalty to the attack roll.
That's what I was thinking about.
Interesting.
It basically just makes it a lot harder.
And then non-lethal weapons, you can't ever reduce their HP below 0 with them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get unprone,
Right? That's going to take your movement action.
and I'm going to grapple them. Is that
Okay.
at advantage because they're prone, or is that not? How's that work?
There's no advantage in this system.
Do I get +4?
It wouldn't be +4. If anything, it would be a +2 maybe, but...
+20. Gotcha.
Roll your die.
All right. What was that? Athletics or strength?
Athletics.
All right. Athletics. Was that Terry? That was Terry. What on earth?
Well, I thought their roll was bad, but they're good this time. You end up basically picking them up and setting them back on their feet, but your hands slip and you let go of them. You just picked them up, so they don't have to use movement to get up now.
That's 2 nat runs in a row.
Dang, dude, you need to get good.
Also, you had quite a few nat ones last game, too.
The system hates me? Question mark?
Hey. You've rolled 2 nat ones in a row. We've played for 6 weeks, and I still haven't landed a hit on anything.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, anything you do, we'll probably still find a way to erase it from history.
But you can also use non-lethal weapons to do lethal damage, but you take a -4 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving forward, Jumpstart, you're up.
And is this the guy who's unconscious? Or
No, that's this one right here.
Oh.
That's the one we're trying to take down without
Gonna
killing him.
die.
What do you got?
Nada.
You can stab the other guy that's also trying to just delete you from existence.
There are options. Specifically 2 of them right in front of you.
Random question. Can I move into this person's space?
You can occupy the same space
as
as another individual.
But, like, could I move through it? Or does that only work for friendlies?
Pretty sure that only really works for friends.
Okay, that's fair.
You can move through it. There is a check required because they get a racial +5 bonus to the acrobatics check to get through.
Okay, then it would be acrobatics then if you would like to try to go through their space.
$15 + 5 is 20.
So I wasn't sure what to contest it with, so I did it against a contested check against their roll, and
the 21.
natural 19
For what? What's their
for them
total?
to see if it was just a contested roll. So as you try to like hop between his legs, he just pushes you back with his foot into the space you are in.
What's his total, though? Does he have more than, like, +1?
21.
Oh, of course.
21.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a second. I yell at you.
Yeah, you just got booted in the chest as you tried to like shoot between this guy's legs.
Dope.
But that was just your movement, so you do still have your main action and swift action.
I'll yell, I'll distract him! At you.
Yeah, you gonna do anything? You good?
Yeah, I guess I'll try and stab the dude between me and Bryant again.
Right.
Oh my gosh, of course.
This game hates us.
Apparently so. Wow.
What did we ever do to you, Roll20?
Apparently something. Because, dang.
Not better.
I'm bitter.
Oh, maybe you should change your colors or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, that is going to lead us
Okay,
back
so
to the
let's
top
start
of the
back.
initiative list with EO.
Yeah, it's not yours though. We can't
Sweet,
play
I'm moving to here, which will give flanking on him to him, and I'll get flanking with Cassie on the person I've been going after. And again, baton to the kneecap, since it's non-lethal, on her.
Right. Let's
Which-
see what you got.
Gives me a +3 to hit,
That stays right there.
14 to hit.
All right, and the total damages, because it's being glitchy,
Is it?
that only says one, no modifiers to like.
Well, I have a +3, so that's 4 damage.
4 damage, which is enough to knock them down as you hit the back of their knee. they fall down, hitting their head on the edge of one of those crates and just conking out completely.
These are not toys.
Nice.
Okay? These will hurt you.
All right, that'll be my turn.
Not
That's all I'm
toys.
doing. They are unconscious,
Not
and I am squaring up with the other guy.
All right.
Papa's.
With the
But these
other
are
one,
special tools
he
that
is
are
actually
really very
going
higher. And you
to
can't use them until you're big.
look around and see what's happening, and is going to attempt to
You see that?
push actually past you in a way and
That's all
through
of
this
us.
door
It's me.
that you're all both kind of standing beside.
Huh. Nene.
I'll have to wait till Bryant gets back because he gets an attack of opportunity, but
Yeah. We have Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse ears on, don't we? Yeah. Here, it's almost time for bed, okay, buddy?
yep, and while we're waiting on that, the other guy is again going to try to hit Terry with a stick. 18.
Yeah, he'll hit that time.
Finally! As he's just hitting you in the arm and the chest, you're not even paying attention, and out of nowhere, whack! Right across your jaw. As your head kind of snaps back a little bit, getting hit a little bit unexpectedly. He is going to deal 4 points of damage to you.
Wow, that's really impressive. Which one's stamina is at 20?
No, your green is your stamina.
Green is stamina.
You know, classic video game green stamina, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, red is HP and blue is resolve.
I'm tanky.
Oh yeah, no, you are super tanky. Are you not going to put that on your token?
Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't hit enter. That's why.
Dun,
Right.
dun, dun.
And we're still waiting on Bryant to get back to try to move forward. Not sure where he went.
Duty
So in
calls.
total, is that going to be 3 attacks of opportunity on that one character?
For now, just one. And then as they run out the door, possibly another 2.
Gotcha.
Actually, let me check something in the rule book real quick while we're waiting on Bryant. Perfect opportunity to do so.
I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess since everybody's disappearing, I guess we can't because Obi just left. I was going to say we could go to break, but
So, hey, Jason.
Yo.
While we're passing time here, I managed to get Beskar Mando to Relic 8.
all right. So we were waiting on you because opportunity attack,
Oh, sorry, my bad.
like right after you left.
Yeah, if I'm gone like that, anyone who has that character access to my character sheet with something like that, just roll it for me. Was he still flanked when he got the attack done on him?
Yeah, because he was here and he moved
Okay.
here, which
17.
he's still moving. But hold up, I'm trying to look up something here right before we do that.
Okay.
You can go ahead and roll the roll, but
It's already done. It's 17 and then 3 damage. Yeah, if it's something simple like an opportunity attack, Obi, just go ahead and roll for me.
What?
I said if it's something simple like an opportunity attack or whatever, like it's a no-brainer what I would do, just go ahead and roll for me.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not around, whoever. You, Jacob, I don't really care.
Alright, never mind. We'll just keep rolling then. Actually... Okay. Scratch that. No, actually, he's going to take the opportunity. No, can he do that? Let me think of the
You
logistics.
could take a guarded step, which would move him 5 feet.
Yeah.
You have candy.
But doesn't that take your action and your
That's-
movement?
I think it just takes your whole movement.
It just takes your movement. He's going to take a guarded step away from you,
Mm-hmm.
and then convert his main action to a move action and run out the door, still taking attack of opportunity from Jumpstart and Cassie. Jumpstart, would you like to make an opportunity attack?
Oh my gosh! I do 0 damage and get a 6
Wait,
that doesn't
how do you
hit.
do a 0 damage?
Because I have a -1 because I'm not proficient in it.
Isn't there a minimum of like 1 damage? Though?
It wouldn't matter. I got a 6 to hit.
Is it not rolling my attack?
It is not.
I'll be right back
That's
again.
odd. I'm clicking on it and it's not attacking with it.
Are you on your attacks page or are you on your equipment page?
I'm on the attacks page.
Right, just go ahead and roll a d20 then.
Alrighty. So D20 plus 1 to hit. I would assume this is. Oh, there. Okay. Attacks of opportunity are not full attacks, correct?
No. It has to be with a melee. Some sort of melee attack for attack of opportunity.
Well, we can use that same roll, right?
Yeah, you can use the same roll, but
I don't know. Is it like punching him then? Because I should be unarmed in that case.
yeah, which would be strength 1 plus strength.
Let's see here. Her strength modifier she doesn't have a strength modifier.
All right, so just 1 damage.
1d3 damage.
All right, 1d3. Roll that. Well, 1d4 because remember we don't have d3s.
Yeah. If
Okay.
it's a 4, it just counts as a 3, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, kind of punching him, reaching up and just conking this dude in the back of the head as he runs away. As he ends up rushing out the door into the alley and disappearing. And with that, we will move on to Kenny's turn. Sitting up on top of the pressure tank, that big old fuel tank.
Can we move through passed out bodies without hindrance, or is that still?
Yeah, you can basically step right over top of them if they're like passed out on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna, I guess, attempt that trick attack thing.
On who? Because there's only
No.
one person left. There, over there. Okay.
Yeah, and it's within 30 would put me right there. I'm just trying to figure out how this works.
All right. You need to make a stealth, a bluff, or a bluff or.
All right, I'll do the stealth.
That's a stealth, a bluff, or. Okay, attack with a melee weapon, or with a weapon with a operative special property. Does your pulse caster have an operative special property?
I don't think it does, so I'd have to be hitting them with my knife.
Yeah.
So here's a stealth check. Oh,
That's a natural 20, but can you get over? You kind of disappear as you slink down off, but can you get over to them without using up all your movement?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Josh.
30.
Yeah.
When you're not on the mic, do you want to mute it just because all the background noise? And screaming.
You could get to them, but you'd have to kind of go this angle, or else you'd use up
Oh.
extra movement trying to climb up on top of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because those are
Right.
obstructions. Big old
Okay.
crates and stuff there. But yeah, you can get to them.
Okay.
As you sneak up to them as Terry is distracting them, and are able to make your attack. So give me that good old melee attack. See what you got. With a +3 bonus, I think, from flat-footed. Is that right?
Let me double
Brian,
check.
does that sound right to you? Enemies
I have
flat-footed +3?
No idea. Let me check.
I think well, he rolled a natural 17 anyway. It's gonna hit. But and then roll an additional D4 for your damage.
Go from so well to
-2 to AC.
Oh, hey, it's an AC thing. Okay, that's why is it showing a -1 in your damage?
Because
have
he's not
negative on
he's not proficient in the knife. It's the same.
He should be.
He should be.
Give me access to a sheet. I'll fix it.
All right. All right. Let's see here. You should have access now.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's going to be +2 instead of -1. So, yeah. No, actually, no. It already includes. That'd be 5 points of damage to this individual. As you plunge the knife into their side, and you actually see a decent amount of blood start spilling out of them. Is Josh still there? Can everybody else still see Josh? Because I just got a blank
I
spot.
dropped my thing.
Refresh right. No, he's back.
Oh,
Okay.
he's back.
Is that all you want to do, Kenny? Kenny, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, there you are. Is that all you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
All right. Cassie's up.
So she will non-lethally chuck a bottle.
At the guy in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Right.
don't get a -1.
From any angle it gets chucked at, there's going to be people in the way, so it's going to provide cover for them. So, yeah. What do you... Josh, you do realize that you don't decide where, like, the bottles are, right? All the bottles are on the table. Oh, yes, I would like a bottle in the only tiny area that is possible to hit them without cover. Please. With salt on the side.
Hey, we can ask for salted rims? Yum.
All right. Hang on a second. I'm having to pull everything up again because I had to refresh.
Yeah.
Alright, I figured out your problem, Kenny. It's not that your proficiency was lacking, it's that you had your weapon set to roll with strength instead of dex.
Oh, that'll do it.
What?
I fixed it.
Thank you.
All right. There we go. Did I do it right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a 22 attack, and you said non-lethal, right?
Yep.
Which is going to be
A 16.
-4 for that, plus minus another 3 for cover. Because there's like almost no way in.
Okay.
So, wait a minute, math. My
13.
brain just stopped working.
13.
7, -7.
Yeah, he has a 13 to hit.
13 to hit, which let me double check his AC here real quick. Yeah, my brain stopped doing math there for a second. Which somehow actually manages to hit. Thankfully, you got barely, just by a smidge, managed to hit. As Terry has a bottle fly about a half an inch from his ear and crash into this other guy's face. Like, he hears the whistling off of that bottle. Might have spooked him just a little bit having it fly that close to his ear. But dealing how much damage was that? Eldos. As he is stunned a little bit, but does not seem to have taken much damage. And is that all of Cassie's turn? Then Terry's up.
Gary's going to grapple because I can't punch him with my claws conveniently.
All right. Make your. Actually, I just saw the actual rolls on grappling. Just double check that I get them right. Had those pulled up just a second ago. So I will re-pull those up to make sure I'm rolling that right. So go ahead and make your roll first, and then I'll, because I know there is a roll involved there. Guys, are you seeing this?
What?
It's his third natural one athletics check.
That's 3 natural ones in a row for this character.
Y'all thought 5e was bad.
Dude, I'm not even sure how. This is
I could-
legendary. You know the chances of that, Josh?
Josh, I can tell you what's happening. You're using up all your luck on Lost Claudia.
Dude, I don't want to even because my luck's been amazing on Last Claudia the last day or two. I literally got like 4 new arcs, 3 new characters. Like, it's been crazy.
Yeah, Josh, do you guys now understand why I do not trust digital dice?
What you're saying is we all need to build dice cam contraptions.
I mean, if you want.
Which means we need some high-res cameras, first
Yeah,
off.
you're probably going to need that. Yeah, no, you're definitely missing on that.
What? I had no idea.
Wow.
So cool.
Especially since it has to meet or exceed the target's KAC plus 13. So, yeah, no, is that going to be all your turn? Because you still have your movement and swift action left.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I almost want to sarcastically like jump up on the boxes and then just do one from the top ring and like pile drive them.
That would be an action, though. For
I
the
know,
but
but like at this point, I'm just. I'm gonna stay right here though.
Yeah, it's
Block
a 1
them.
in 8,000 chance that you roll 3 nat ones in a row.
Well, screw the odds because I can achieve it. Apparently, it was up around.
You know what?
Never tell me the odds.
all right, so Jumpstart, you are up.
Cool.
I want to see if we can push it and have him roll another natural one next turn.
Sure. I'm gonna step out this doorway back into the alleyway.
I
Hey, what do I get if I get another nat one?
do not have
You
anything
get a new
built
character.
for that alleyway. So we're going to have to kind of do a little bit of theater of the
That's
mind
fine.
as you step out. And see, it wasn't very far down. It's only about 15 foot down this alleyway. So he could have already cleared the end of the alleyway.
It is like, does this alley only run one direction?
It runs both directions. But one end does seem to be a dead end. Like after like 20 or 30 feet back.
All right.
There might be other ways you can turn off to the left and right hidden behind stuff, but you don't know.
I guess. All right, I'm gonna go down whichever way, the one that's like 15 feet to the corner. I'm gonna run down that way.
All right. Running down there, you get to the end, and are you searching for this guy as
Yeah.
you go? Give me a perception.
20.
Dirty 20. He seems pretty far, decent like distance away from you, but you do catch him down to the right, down another little alleyway, running away from you. Dude's booking it.
So like, how far away is he from me currently?
He's still only about another 15 feet from you, but he is booking it.
Sorry, I gotta check what the range is on this. Oh, darn it, of course it's... Alright, I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, what do you got?
God damn. 17 to hit.
What is happening tonight? I think I've seen more nat ones from you guys than otherwise. You guys, what did you guys do to get yourselves cursed?
Hey, that's a 17 to hit. The tactical semi-auto pistol.
Oh no, that was the one was on.
Yeah, that's a 1 damage.
I don't know why my eye immediately stuck to the red one for some reason. I don't know. That does hit, but you do only do a single.
Oh my
punch
gosh,
of-
guys! It's my first hit of the campaign. Wow!
Ooh, you do 1 damage.
Much.
Wait,
wow.
do you have a dex mod? What's your dex mod? Because remember it's been being janky, not adding. It might be more than one.
Hold up. 2.
Dex mod of 2.
Yeah.
So you do 3 points of damage rather than 1 point of damage. As it hits him across the shoulder, he stumbles forward a little bit, almost falls to his hands and knees, but does the kind of running hands on the ground shuffle as you're trying not to fall, hands and feet both, getting back up and continuing to run.
Cool.
You did hit him, though. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You've now shot somebody.
I'm
Much
assuming that
wow.
moved used all of my movement. Yeah.
Yeah, to
Okay.
get down there and
Cool.
yeah. And so is that your turn?
Mhm.
Io, you're up. There is only one combatant left in this room, and it looks like one of your compatriots has left the little warehouse area you're in to give chase to the runner.
Well, firstly, I'm getting back on the radio, and I'm letting them know one has escaped, running down the alleyway, and give a brief description. Cassie, please secure this individual here, and then I'm going to move this way, and I'm going to see if I can keep them from bleeding out all over the floor so we can have someone else to interrogate.
No, remember they ended up doing non-lethal for them.
Well, then I'm going to secure
Hey, Nate.
this one, actually,
Hey,
and ask Cassie to go secure this one.
come here.
Because
Well,
this
there
one's
is
the
still
important
a guy here in combat.
They got it.
Okay.
They got it. It's Terry and Kenny. They against one. They got it.
All right. No, that depends. Have you seen Terry's rolls?
You just
Are you-
jinxed us. Thanks.
I'm using some of my cable to just. I'm
All
gonna
right,
hog
give me
tire.
a survival check? Is that a
Sure, why not?
survival check? That sounds right.
Survival is way down there with a whopping +0 at 10. She is unconscious. Does that give me a bonus?
No, because it's can take into consideration the rules how well you tie her up.
Ah, I tied her up 10 good.
10 good. You ain't breaking any records. I mean, it's technically tied, but you're not impressing anybody with it.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably my whole turn.
He did one of those where he randomly wraps the cord around the person's hand like a bunch of times, and it just happens to be a knot somehow.
Yep.
You wrap it around enough times, it'll probably stay for at least a minute.
That's my turn.
All right.
Much wow.
Anything stupid, simple, roll for me. I'll be right back.
At this point, this guy realizes he's not doing too much to Terry, and turns to whack the Yosoki that is between him and the door. So he is going to make an attack roll. I don't think a 12 hits, does it?
Nope.
As you duck under his baton as he clinks against the metal wall, and is just kind of left there, freaking out a little bit and cornered. As he actually just going to drop his baton and actually just curl up in the corner of this room. And as things start to slow down, you realize this is like a 15-year-old kid. Probably got involved with some less than savory stuff in the lower levels, you know, being a slum kid. He is now just like curled up on the ground in front of both of you.
Don't even think about it, Bubba.
Then go potty. We're gonna go then. Yep.
So with that, we are out of initiative.
I'm assuming I'm still like in initiative, yeah, since I'm chasing the dude down the.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They will be out of.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
okay. We'll keep. Yeah. We'll just keep going with you then. It's up to you. Unless anybody else has anything else they really need to like. If you feel like you really have to, you know, kill this dude that's sitting down, but
No, I'm just gonna disarm them and just do a quick check to make sure they ain't got nothing else on them.
all right. Go ahead and do that real quick.
All right. What check is
Perception check. They seem clean.
Yep, we'll go downstairs.
I must. Is there another door in this room?
Not that you see.
Why did you shut the door?
Hey, you. Where'd the others
If
go?
we're gonna get to interrogating, we are gonna jump to Jumpstart since she is still kind of in combat,
Have any?
and hold the interrogation until all of combat's over. So, all right. So Jumpstart,
All right.
you gonna keep giving chase?
Yeah, keep chasing.
All right. As you start rushing up behind this guy, you do manage to, in this turn, catch up to. Actually, no. You get left about 10 feet behind him, but you are pretty darn close to this guy.
All right. Non-lethal pew pew.
Non-lethal pew pew.
Yep.
Go and see what you got.
Ha ha ha! No. It's gonna be a 2 to hit.
He actually ducks down right as you shoot. It shoots right beside his head. At that point, he is going to keep running forward, juke to the side real quick, and seems to disappear into another alleyway.
Following him down the alleyway, I guess.
All right, give me a perception check.
I'm just gonna expand this for the time being. Sorry, peoples, you don't get to see the cool map.
Well, I mean, there's no map for what we're in right now because it's, you know,
Perception,
imaginary.
a 10.
As you turn this dark corner, which keep in mind, this is lower level, like kind of slummy areas. It's already pretty dark and dank anyway, but you turn into an especially dark and cluttered alleyway with all sorts of other alleys meeting up to it. This dude is nowhere to be seen. Them stealth checks be fire.
Have some dinner on the way.
Right on.
All right, so can I like? I'm assuming this is like, you know, slums back alley, yeah.
Like everything twists and turns and kind of is confusing.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think I'll
Can I like?
Yeah, to the point that you may have to make a roll to get back to the rest of your crew after running down a few
You
alleys.
know if they're on their way?
No,
Okay.
Probably let her know then.
Can I like?
I don't.
I don't know if it would necessarily be like a survival check, but see if I can see like
Supposed to be
footprints or
good.
anything.
I
Or
You can try, but it's gonna be still pretty difficult.
now I also have dark vision. I don't know if that helps at all, but
I mean, it's low light down here, but it's not like dark,
Okay.
dark.
What the heck?
Whereas you are accustomed to slummy environments growing up in the scrapping communities, this is a completely different beast from what you're used to. This is a lot more urban, and whereas you're used to a lot of metal, you're used to like scrapped parts of ships. This is walls and full buildings and pipes. It is a completely different machine, and you are a little bit lost on how to properly track somebody down in this environment right now.
Well, that's
As you
fun.
start to realize you may have lost this guy. If he knows these alleys, which you would imagine being a criminal down here, he probably does. He could be anywhere by now.
Cool. I guess I'm heading back if I know where to head back to.
It's not going to be too bad of a check. Just give me an intelligence check.
Are you guys ready to see me get lost and die in a sewer somewhere? Oh, look at that. My best roll of
You
the
actually
night.
do manage. You almost take a couple wrong turns, but you do manage to get back with basically no problem.
Cool.
As the rest of you, as he's gone, you guys will start your, investigations and interrogations as you see fit.
Where's Harvey?
Kid?
Who's Harvey?
I'm just messing with you. Hey, so here's the deal. We need to know where the girl is.
She's back there, and he's going to point to a back dark corner, right about here in this back corner.
I'll go check it out.
All right, give me a perception check.
I'm like walking over there.
Yeah, give me a
Okay.
perception check.
Cool. Just making sure it was clear. While I find the right button. 15.
You start looking around, and it takes you a minute, and you probably wouldn't have noticed this if he hadn't pointed you in the general direction. There seems to be some sort of smuggler's hole in the floor right here. Pretty decently hidden into the metal grating of the ground. There's a small lip you can pop up and open this up. You're muted.
Let's pop the top.
All right. Reaching down and popping it open, you see a young girl shoved in there. Red dress, brown hair, little bit dirty now from being shoved in this hole, and with terrified eyes looking up at you.
Is she our VIP?
She does appear to be Christina.
You said red dress. Christina's dress was green.
Right. I meant to say green.
Are
I had
you
forgot that I'd said
Christina-
green last time. I thought I had said red. I thought I said red. Okay, anyway.
It's a
Green
trap.
dress.
Okay,
Oh,
so that's
what's
the right
your
person.
last name again?
It is the right person. I just forgot
What's your
what
last
color I
name
said the
again?
dress
Like-
was, if I'm being completely honest.
Denaquita?
Danaquita.
Are you Christina Denaquita?
Yes, you're part of the security team?
Yes, I am you. I'm here to save you, and I will just put out my hand, the one without the gun in it.
That is surprisingly, thinking things through for you.
Yeah.
She's gonna just very gently just
You've done
reach
security
up
jobs
and
before.
take your hand for you to kind of help her out of this cramped little smuggling hole that she seemed to have been shoved into.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pull her up, and then I'm gonna get on the radio. This is Security Operative EO reporting for Chimera. We have secured the package. I repeat, we have secured the package. We have 3 in tow and 1 in flight.
EO, this is the rest of the team. We've got in contact with the police who have been sending the information that you've been relaying to us. They're about T-5. Just keep an eye on what's going on there. Hold anything down.
Roger that. We'll provide security perimeter. No one will get in or out. Out.
What?
Out. I'm off the air.
Okay. Gotcha.
At
Upon
least
seeing
they're
Christine,
coming.
so upon seeing EO pull the girl out of the hole, it's like, all right, you've got a couple options. You can give us as much information now and go into protective custody, or you can drag the process out a lot, and it will be very difficult for you.
I don't know anything.
Terry, do remember, they must have a jaw in order to speak. Remember the last person you interrogated.
Good point.
I don't know. I don't know anything. Leah, starts pointing to the one that was calling out orders earlier. I was just told to do a job and get money. Leah's the one that you want. She actually knows what's going on. Why? What?
So I would say, Cassie, would you like to come over and keep an eye on Miss Danaquita here? You're probably a kinder face than most of us.
Sure, okay.
Sweet. I figure Cassie's probably a little more, comforting than a robot or a giant lizard. Or a dude rat, since the girl rat isn't back yet.
Yes.
I'm gonna go try and wake up what's her name.
I mentioned over to EO, hey, it's best to wait. If she becomes a flight risk, better to have backup here before than after.
She is tied up. Very well. I did it myself.
This is why I mentioned maybe we should hold off.
Do you doubt my not capabilities?
I do not.
I'm gonna walk over there and double check the knot myself while they're talking.
I mean, it is being openly discussed. So yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check on the knot.
Granted, my perception is crap. Oh,
Are you sure about that?
never mind.
This is not probably gonna hold if they actually struggle against it like much at all. It might be enough to trick somebody that's not gonna struggle and to think they're tied up. But if you're struggling and put any real effort into it, you can get out of it.
I'm going to look them over, not say anything, and then try to re-tie the knot.
Give me a survival. You
So
feel
what
that this
they're-
is much more secure than what was on there previously. Are
So
you trying to
anyway.
hide this without
Yes.
them noticing? Give me a stealth check as well.
More forte.
If anybody wants to make perception checks, you can, but
Hold on, just for fun.
and that's a pretty decent roll.
Nope.
You are
So,
arguing
as I
with Terry about
yeah.
your knot capabilities right now.
As I
and you are
said,
not
the
actually paying
the
attention.
knot is very well tied. I will interrogate her now. We've had this discussion before, Terry. My knots are wonderful.
I'm not convinced. But sure.
I'm going to turn around and
Just as you turn around, Kenny just steps away from the limp body, and you guys they're just double checking to make sure there was no weapons, or you don't really know what they were doing.
yeah, I don't really care.
So
They might have been licking their earlobes for all I know or care.
I'm going to search this one, though.
all right, as you're searching through, go ahead and give me the perception check.
And my
At
luck's
about
low.
this point is when Jumpstart does show back up.
I'm just going to point out that you can't use the spaceship to make a perception check, Kenny. That's not how those work.
What?
Whoa. What? The?
What?
You haven't noticed that? It's been going on the entire game.
I haven't been paying attention to like the actual.
The ship's been doing everything. It's fabulous.
You have the as at the bottom selected as the ship, don't you?
Not anymore, I don't.
I have a huge list of things I can roll as.
Because we noticed.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
don't
you don't have
know
it
stuff.
selected anymore.
Yeah, so
My bad.
you don't seem to notice much aside from their their batons they had on them, which are in a little bit of rough shape. But you do make the observation they seem poor, and like they don't have any money or gear, and you're wondering how they got their hands on a smoke grenade and a tech lock, which, judging by their apparel and where they're staying and the rest of their gear, seems way out of their means.
So, considering our backgrounds as mercenaries, could we more than likely draw the conclusion that they were hired for the job and given the specific gear by their patron, whoever that was?
It would not be out of the question to believe such a thing.
Okay, cool. I just didn't want to throw it out there as, ended up being meta knowledge.
Yeah.
It would appear they were hired. Oh well, as I'm lightly cheek slapping this lady to wake her up.
Let's see here. Let me make a... She doesn't seem to be waking up.
Can I make a medicine check to try and wake her up?
You can certainly go for it.
Or
Wet
something
Willy.
along those lines?
Wet Willy.
Are you proficient in medicine?
It is a trained skill.
I believe. No, actually, no, I chose not to be. Terry, do you have any water on you?
Yeah, here.
Oh, Terry, please stand over her and look menacing while I do this. Show the big teeth. And I will just dump the water over her face.
Eyes open, barely. Is awake, not sure how much though.
Good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
They still seem to be in a bit of a shock from being hit by a pulse caster and knocked out by it.
No, I knocked
Still
her out
bit
with a
of
baton.
daze. Huh?
I knocked her out with a baton.
Oh yeah, you did get a. She did
Yep.
conk her head on the thing going down now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still seems to be in a bit of a daze. Not entirely in control of her faculties here as she's waking up.
Who hired you?
There's
weren't
money
hired.
involved.
We we're hired. We
Who
just
asked you to do it?
got information. That's it. And this
And-
is about the time the police show up. Walking through the door, guns raised, checking everything, seeing you, which they had got the descriptions of already, and start moving in to put cuffs on everybody.
Well, darn. There goes our intel.
I want to do a perception check for whoever would be the lead officer on scene.
All right, go ahead and give the check there.
Alrighty. That's the wrong stat block. That's me. Perception.
Wow.
Wow.
You're not really sure.
I'm going to ask who the lead officer on scene is.
As you're asking one of the officers that, you hear from behind you, "Well, would you look who it is, if it isn't my little dark informant." As you turn around and see the dark brown-haired dwarf from the police docks that you had met before.
Hello, Smokey.
And did you guys write down what I named him?
Cheese.
Because I don't remember what I named him.
I didn't.
Beardy McNuggets.
Actually, we didn't ask for his name. You didn't give one.
Hey, that's great! I can just make one up now.
Yep. I just turn around and say, "Hello, Smokey."
Well, Sergeant Garfick to you.
Sergeant, here's the relevant information.
Which
Is that
technically have not met this guy.
GARFALK?
Huh?
Is that GARFALK?
Garlfak. Garlfuck. Furk.
GARLFAK. Garlfak.
Garlfak, yeah.
Garfak.
My tongue was not one to work there for a second. I was like, I made up this name and I just said it. Now I can't. Garlfak.
Got it. Garlfak. Hello, Sergeant.
Oh, looks like you all are moving up in the world, actually making things happen. Wasn't sure with that bucket yours. I thought you might have blown up once you got outside the airlock.
Have to leave the airlock to blow up.
Wonderfully, our amazing Captain Jumpstart piloted us to success.
That's surprising. I was not sure that thing would actually fly. But I guess if you're keeping it in the air, you got at least some sort of skill. You really should get that worked on, though. That was some very bad smoke. Still coughing and brushing dust out of my beard. You notice his beard seems a little bit darker than the last time you saw him?
Yes.
She's going to make it's not just.
Perfect.
Well, we will be bringing these guys down to the station and getting a bit of interrogation done. You should probably head back to your station and report back to whoever hired you. So,
Indeed. We would be most curious to know who hired them in the end. I'm sure our employers would love to know who hired them to capture their daughter.
did they say that somebody hired them?
They say they weren't hired. They were given information. However, their gear that they used, considering their current gear, would say otherwise. They used a techno lock and a smoke grenade.
Something to consider. All right, then. We'll take it into account. And he starts ushering the prisoners out of this room.
So are we taking what's her name back? Christina?
Yeah, you are tasked with going ahead and bringing her back.
Very well. Terry, she looks a bit faint. I believe she needs to be carried.
Just gonna toss the heiress on the shoulder of the giant lizard.
I was thinking Princess Carrie, but whatever. You know, like a really cool action shot when we come back into view.
As you turn around and say this, you look and see that Cassie already has her in a piggyback.
Yes.
She's a little bit slumped over, but she's doing it.
Yes, this will be our action shot.
Say what, Josh?
I said, this is amazing. Terry's impressed. Strength is huge in his culture.
You're not sure how long she'll be able to keep this up, but she's doing it for now.
So we need to move quick so we can get the action shot as we come back into view, is what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, let's go.
Let me double check her strength, because she really may not be making it far.
She's got a 0 in her modifier.
She's not great. She's not, like, especially strong. She's average. But it's also, like, you know, 15,
It's like
16-year-old
a
girl.
15-year-old girl. She can't weigh more than 120 pounds soaking wet.
That's not technically true.
Okay, rich girl.
Petite
Okay.
little perfect heiress
Dude,
girl.
those dresses get
Was
heavy.
described as tiny.
She was rather small.
But those dresses be heavy.
No, it's not a multi-layer dress.
Okay.
It's not some. It. I'm not sure how to describe it. I'm not great at describing dresses. I'm going to be honest. We'll move on from there because it's not super.
All right, nope. This game isn't for me. If you can't describe a dress, I don't want to play D&D with you. I'm sorry.
Okay, you know the dresses that have like almost
No,
a
you're good.
a
Don't
slick
worry about.
texture to them, like the what's the name
Like
of the fabric?
silk?
Huh?
Like silk.
Yes.
You forgot the word silk?
I was less thinking of the actual fabric and more thinking of the image in my head, and wasn't putting two and two together.
It is a green image dress.
Okay, we can stop making fun of the DM now.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Mama Acres is getting the head shaken.
Yeah, I was
Ooh.
thinking fabric in my brain,
Oof.
like just the texture in my brain was not putting two and two together for some reason. Like, although to be fair, I'm a Porce person and I'm used to seeing imitations of such things that aren't actually silk.
Okay, let's move on.
Anyway, moving on. So yes, actually make a quick roll here real quick. Cassie makes it to about the end of the alleyway before she starts like almost falling over.
Yeah, Terry offers to take over,
Oh,
being, twice her size.
All right. Oh, I will take a break. I will take back over later.
I want to walk in with her on Cassie's back though, if we can.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to have a problem with being on Cassie's back. Gets a little bit like tense and a little bit awkward being carried by Big Lizard
You're the
Dude,
one
but
that opted to carry the prisoner.
Makes sense. Game rifle.
doesn't say anything. Is kind of just keeping to herself at the moment. And she just did get kidnapped and shoved in a hole, so you know.
We have Cassie.
I didn't say I was playing. Catherine's almost here.
Okay. We got to see her anyway.
Yes.
Okay, did she hear what I had her character do, and did she agree? Is the question.
You carried the character halfway, and then something in your head.
Okay, so they were discussing who was going to carry her, the girl that they had sent you to talk to, and they turn around and you already had her in a piggyback.
Oh, that makes sense.
But you rolled a 3 on your check to see how long you could carry her, because she's smaller than you, but not by a ton. But yeah, you didn't get far.
Josh also made you kill someone again.
No, they're knocked out.
Had to retcon a little bit.
Oops. Not bad.
So
On the upside, we figured out how non-lethal and lethal works.
Yeah, learning as we go.
yeah, well, you know.
All right.
It takes
Anyway.
you. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and give that a pause for now and go to break, because we probably should have already went to break like a while ago. But
Break?
We've
Your
already got the
D&D?
kids
What's that?
say what?
So we've already got the kids down, and it's 8:50. I also have more family showing up. So if we
Excuse me.
Okay,
Sorry.
if you guys want to just keep rolling, we can keep rolling.
Yeah, let's keep rolling.
All right then. With that, you guys do get back to the party, and as you're the remnants of the party, it's mostly police reports right now, and shocked rich people. As you guys show back up, and as you're walking through, you see a older halfling woman talking to the police.
I really hope she doesn't remember what hit her. I mean, I hit her with a natural 1 on a fumble, so hopefully it hit her like so hard she has no idea what happened.
Are you trying to listen in as you're going by?
Casually.
Give me a perception check.
I don't want to jog any memories or anything, you know.
You kind
17.
of slow down just a few steps as you're walking by, and you catch. And after that smoke went off, one of those ruffians that did this just barreled into me and slammed themselves. It's going to take so long to heal, and I thought they were going for my diamonds.
Oh, good. I keep walking. Praise Triune.
There was smoke. You are lucky.
There was. Hallelujah.
You could
Can-
have
can I-
stolen
I-
her diamonds.
Can I
Yeah,
walk up
absolutely.
to her?
Huh?
I want to walk up to her.
Keep in mind, you wouldn't necessarily have seen what happened. And EO
Oh,
hasn't
yeah, because
actually
he
told you.
did actually. He was way ahead of us by that point, and the smoke was there. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying nothing.
No, I was gonna be like, I was gonna let her know that we captured 3 of the people.
So
Nope, I'm just ain't saying nothing.
And as you are walking forward, you see a tall, salt and pepper haired human gentleman in a tuxedo. He's got kind of it undone and partially in kind of like the general after stressful day of wearing suit, tear it open a little bit kind of feel. Runs up to you, goes to grab Christina out of who's carrying her at this point. Did you transfer her back to Cassie?
Does Cassie care about that?
Cassie's not listening. What?
You guys said you'd wanted to do that. I was just asking. Just yes or no. It doesn't really matter.
I don't know. Spur of the moment, did we actually take the time to transfer her, or did it just still make sense because the big boy carrying?
I don't think EO really cares.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
so-
just gonna say it just makes sense for me to keep carrying her then.
As this gentleman
I'm
rushes up to
stepping in
you,
front between this dude and them.
as you step between, he's like, "Oh, excuse me, I am her father. Would you mind stepping aside?"
Do you have ID?
Please understand, sir. We just want to make sure we do our job well.
And he's gonna point up to the building where there actually is a giant holo projection that's been there most of the night with a picture of him and his family on it for the event.
Oh, my job did not entail looking up.
Should, should we do a perception check to make sure we can tell that's who it is?
It's pretty obvious. It's like across the side of a building.
Okay, then did we even have to go through this whole process of being like, oh, you recognize this from the billboard of him running towards you?
Hey, I just said he was walking
Oh.
towards you to grab her, and you just reacted the way you did.
I
You
was
also could be more descriptive.
I was
Keep
so
in
hoping
mind,
for a natural
This
one on
whole
that perception.
night, the whole
Me
night
too.
when you were outside, you were rolling the worst possible perception checks ever.
I know that's
That's
why.
besides the point.
Does she
The
see?
guy looks like a billboard.
Hey, my
she
job
looks
did
like
not
a-
entail looking up, okay?
And as this happens, she kind of pushes herself away from Terry and stands up very quietly and keenly next to her father. Trying to be quiet, kind of disappear a little bit, but still try to be presentery.
Over the radio, I'll say, the package has been delivered. I repeat, package has been delivered.
Affirmative. I would like to...
Oh, as like if I see her hopping down, I'm just gonna move out of the way.
All right. I would like to very much thank you for saving my daughter. I realize that, well, there are certain things that you can only do so much for, and I'm very happy that you were able to bring her back even when the worst did happen.
Simply what we were hired for, sir.
And not to EO, maybe to Jumpstart, and maybe to Cassie, it does stand out a little bit that rather than, your daughter just got back from being kidnapped, being very concerned about them, he seemed to be concerned, just having her back and just having her, being presentery and there and safe and alive rather than, very a traditional parental worry. The rest of you probably wouldn't pick that up, though.
He's the rich dude who
So
only
it's-
thinks about appearances.
Yeah, it's more of a, hey, we got my daughter back. She didn't get kidnapped, rather than a, appearances are going to look better now that my daughter's not super kidnapped and stuff.
There might be, maybe. You can always roll a sense motive check.
Well,
Is there
sure.
anything else that we, while they're doing those checks, is there anything else that we can assist with, sir? I'm sure that there's some detailed stuff of getting this all cleaned up.
Absolutely not.
Well, for now, why don't you just change back into your normal gear and head out? We'll be in contact with you if we need anything else. You did seem to pull the most weight this evening. Why don't you get a little bit of rest?
Certainly. Do we actually have any sort of like calling card where people are able to reach us?
Well, he hired you, so he has your information.
Okay.
Like
I'll
he
just
has
leave it.
access to like who he hired, like contact information. At the very least, he can leave a message at the barracks for you.
Remember, sir,
Got the
when
beat.
in doubt,
Beep.
when in doubt, call the Chimera. Sorry, old habit.
You get the feeling he definitely is familiar with the name. Actually, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't pick that up, personally, but unless you would like to try to roll for it, but others might pick that up. Natural 20. He's definitely familiar with the name Iron Band.
Buddy,
You're muted.
you.
Seeing that he's familiar, I will just kind of like subtly show the tattoo and then nudge Terry as well.
I just grunt acknowledgement.
You're getting tall, buddy.
That way he knows there's some X's for hire.
He does seem to give you a bit of a dirty look, since like doing that in public.
It was subtle. It was I was scratching my neck, you know.
Like a little bit of, yeah, probably shouldn't do that in public sort of thing. Like, do not want to. Everybody knows the rich and the elite use people like that, but the rich and the elite don't like to admit they know anything about that.
They don't have to know they know anything about that. I made it in such a way that they don't actually.
So we're
Very
gonna go ahead
specifically.
and turn on. All right, come on, Christina. We need to be heading home. Have some things to be taken care of. As he ushers her off.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
All right then. So you guys are just gonna head back to the barracks, get all your gear, like your clothes back, and go back to the barracks.
Yeah.
keep the skirt.
So you're trying to steal from the place you got hired at?
Is it stealing? Did
Yes.
they say take some clothes or did they say wear some clothes?
They said these are the uniforms you'll be using.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll leave it there. If they said take some clothes, then I was just gonna go by what they said. But never
Yeah,
mind.
no, it was these are the uniforms you'll be using. Go change into them.
Okay,
And now they just told you to change out and get in your attire and
fine.
head out. So,
Whatever.
I mean, if you really feel like
Nope.
stealing a skirt,
Nope.
if you want a skirt, you know you can get one for like a credit, right?
Nope. Keep going.
That's not as cool as theft.
It's not theft.
The
It's getting
Ahsoka
paid
are
twice.
rubbing off on you, EL.
It's not theft. It's getting paid twice.
I thought that only meant you robbed the dead people.
It's not racist if the Ahsoka you're referring to both actually are people that want to steal everything.
I've only ever tried stealing one thing.
I've
And
yet
that I
to
didn't
steal
even try.
anything.
Do I need to remind you of your? I'm just gonna.
This is the last time.
So
Is it really?
it might be the last time.
The kid likes to keep getting out of bed.
She's got
I like making
times in the
sarcastic
past 20
remarks.
minutes.
Anyway, so you guys just heading straight back and hitting the hay.
I haven't got paid yet, so I got
You'll
nothing.
probably
I got no money to spend.
Are we supposed to be like waiting for payment that night, or are we getting paid through like? Do payments come through the guild, or
A lot of time the payment will come through the guild. Well, not technically guild, but the society.
Yeah, through like the Starfinder.
Through the not guild. Got it.
Unless, of course, you're taking jobs that are you're taking them under the name of a Starfinder, but aren't official Starfinder jobs. But that's a whole different animal.
Cool. Then yeah,
You-
So you're just gonna head ahead, back, pass out, get a night's rest. You're able to recover your stamina points. You didn't get beat up too bad. It was a pretty easy fight overall. It's just it took a minute because lots of low rolls.
I'm taking a month off.
Easy fight that got drug out quite a bit.
My midwife said I could take anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks off. So I figured 4 is a good middle ground.
Yeah, I mean, whatever actually works for you.
So family has made it here, so I'm probably going to dip out.
All right. And in that case, we might only run a couple minutes longer just to kind of see if there's anything else you guys want to wrap up before we head out then.
Yeah, I'll try to do the whole shopping stuff later.
All right.
But yeah,
The next morning, I would like to check my account.
There's nothing been directly transferred into your account, but there is a call for your team, and you go to darn it, I have it right here,
Lisa's.
police's office.
This is where
Yes.
we find out all payments take 3 to 6 business days to to process.
Yep. All right, let's go.
No, it all depends on our what you roll.
That
Probably also-
would suck.
Yo, we wouldn't get paid for 6 months.
As you approach, Lisa says, "Well, looks like you have completed one of your first official jobs. And with that, I would like to give you access to this." As she messes with a hollow pad and swipes out, and a little hollow runs to each one of your bracelets and gets a slight update with a Dropbox number and a key code, which is basically acts as your physical mailbox in the Starfinder Society. That is very secure, and most of your money will be physically delivered in credit sticks too.
So what I'm hearing is we have like security deposit boxes where our money shows up.
More or less.
Dope.
Cool. Thank you.
There
First-
are other ways to set it up for when you're like off world and getting payments through this stuff, but if you're here, they find it to be one of the more secure ways to pay.
So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to hack my own lock and see how easy it is to hack if I need to upgrade this thing. I'm doing it on my box. That way, if anyone asks, I can tell them what I'm doing and it's not sketchy.
All right then.
Still kind of sketchy.
Oh yeah, but I'm like, I need to know if I need to buff my security.
We're rubbing off on them.
All right. Go ahead and give me a computers check then.
I'd like to intently watch EO pick his own lock.
28.
You actually start making some pretty good progress until suddenly you hit a wall. Keep in mind, this is a very secure, very like generally wealthy and government like subsidized foundation.
Good. That's exactly what I wanted.
But you feel like you actually almost got through, but like it's still a little bit better than what you even got.
DC 30 is what you're saying. Which means all I had to roll was an 18 to get it. But
So-
sure. Okay, cool. Good enough. I'm happy. I know I'm good at computers, so.
Yeah. You feel
And
like
we're
it's pretty
also
secure.
inside the building.
Yeah.
Cool. Grabbing my credit sticks.
All right. So that is your 300 credits. For each of you. And did I say, wait, did I say that was 300 credits per day for each of you?
No, it's
Or
150 per day per person.
Yeah, that's
is
what I
what
said.
it
So it was
was.
300 in total is what I had said. So each of you get 300 credits total that you can add to your accounts.
Sweet.
So is there anything else you guys would really like to take care of?
Checking. Give me a second. Really? Scopes are that expensive? Huh. First one's over 1,000 credits. Yeah, no. The only thing. Oh, wait. Actually, give me a second. There was one piece of equipment I have been looking at for a while. Nope, still out of my price range. Okay, never mind.
There's computers in this place, yeah?
There is a terminal room, yeah.
Cool. I want to go to the terminal room.
All right.
I'd like
It's
to,
open.
I'd like to check Space Craigslist for like power supplies for the spaceship. Or I'd like to check Spacebook Marketplace.
You can give me a computers check to just kind of see if what you can find on
Like,
the.
I'm not trying to purchase one. I'm just looking at what
Yeah.
the average going rate would be for.
Actually, I will buy 2 grenades from that previous vendor.
All right. Let me pull up the page I need here.
They're 35 credits each, according to the book.
No, that's not the page I'm pulling. I'm pulling up Starship stuff. All right. And remind me, what core do you have right now?
Hold up, let me switch over to character sheet. We have a damage arc special class type.
Arcus Light Power Core.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it helps if I scroll down to the part where it talks about it.
Mm.
Yeah, where did I put my... Here it is. Let me do the calculations here right quick for it to transfer build points to credits. Brand new, the one that you have right now, brand new and perfect straight off the line condition.
I don't like that. I just don't even like the way you're talking so far. That sounds like we're about to be bankrupt.
Keep in mind, this is the most expensive version of this one you can get because it's brand new. Like, this is the same one you have, but yours is also super janky and doesn't have proper power output, even with repairs. Is 16,000 credits.
Oh, that's not as bad as I was thinking.
And that's brand new. But keep in mind, you pull it out of a scrapyard, you get a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but basically, we have like scrapyard?
Huh?
Don't we basically have like the scrapyard version of this thing?
Well, the thing is that you can pull a power core out of basically anything that as long as it fits in that size category of ship.
Oh.
So,
We're gonna
Plus your
hook the artifact up to our ship to use it as a power core.
did you explain to everybody else what you found out about the
Yeah, no, he
artifact?
did.
Nope.
I was being
Yeah, no, that's...
obnoxious. It's fine. Okay, cool.
Although, if you would ever like, I could go on a spiel about how
That's a terrible idea, and
drift
we'd all
engine
die.
technology works in my version of this universe, but I'm always happy to share.
All right. So I'm just gonna assume that like 16,000 is legitimate price and not some scammer trying to scam me out of my monies.
Yeah,
That's what
this
we're
is
talking
like you're looking at the official producer's site.
Okay, cool. Sounds
Cool. What about Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah. Don't worry about that. I'm not actually gonna make you do that.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of other stuff like here, but if you're looking for specific stuff, send me like different power cores that you're looking for out of
Okay.
the book here.
Yeah, I'll look into that through the week and let you know.
And I will give you a conversion rate that I'm using. A single build point in the Starfinder like shipbuilding section is equivalent to 2,000 credits.
Okay.
So that's what we're working with right now.
Cool. And
But I will say,
just because I don't know necessarily how this works, is this something there where like if we buy something over time, it's going to start like sucking?
not necessarily sucking, but I mean it's going to lose value, and it just depends on like how much damage it's taken, how many times
Okay.
it's been
Yeah,
really
so
messed
like
up.
if we take damage and stuff, yeah, but it's not going to be something that we've had this for, a couple of years in game. Your power core is going out. We're not going to have to replace these over time because of wear and tear, unless
Probably not.
We
Most
get
likely
shot
no.
by okay.
Unless like it gets completely turned to scrap like every single fight and you have to get it repaired, then no.
Right. Okay.
But if you do that, that is impressive, and something probably really bad would
Bruh,
happen.
you do realize I've landed one hit in 6 weeks and rolled minimum damage. I can destroy this ship.
And Josh rolled 3 nat ones in a row.
Yeah, we're not gonna let him make any saving throws for the ship.
He's gonna be the gunner. He's just not gonna be able to hit anything.
Can we have Terry as the gunner? I mean, EO as the gunner?
I mean, you could have EO as the gunner, but that would leave Terry as the science officer in charge of computers.
Which is even worse.
Oh, right. I was just gonna
Yeah,
say,
how about Terry is gunner? I'm science officer. Jumpstart is pilot. Kenny, you're a mechanic, and that only leaves
So,
Cassie for captain.
Right. Well, I think we're kind of winding down here. If you
Yeah.
guys haven't noticed,
Yeah,
so
no, we've definitely wound down at this point.
I think it's we're gonna go ahead and end our session here. Meet us back again here next week for the continuation of the story, and hopefully we'll have everybody here this time. It'll be a bit more exciting. So until next time, the void awaits.